Hey, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at Solana. I do want to say that I'm not a financial advisor. You should do your own research before investing money into crypto. If you haven't seen the previous update, make sure to check that out. It's going to be linked in the top right-hand corner of the screen. Also, there is a donation link down below in the description. If you'd like to donate to support the kids in Gaza, feel free to do so. The team there is pretty good. They back up all their stuff on social media. And now we can jump into the TA. So taking a look at the daily chart, in the previous video, we looked at this wedge that we were in, and potentially we were looking for a breakdown to roughly $83.64. Obviously, Bitcoin and the crypto market had different plans, but this was just an expectation that we had based on the fact that we were in this wedge essentially. Now we can remove that arrow there, and we can extend. What I did is I extended this trend line that we had. This was our resistance trend line. Obviously, we broke above it in February. We had a wick below it, and in the future, once we have a pullback, this could be a really good support trend line. So keep this on your chart in case you do see a drop. You might end up looking at a 25% drop. That would take us approximately to this trend line. You can also take a look at these two local tops here. We did technically have a nice back test with a wick below, but we could come back down to that area once again. So for these two local tops, that would be between $121 to $117.50. Feel free to set up some buy limit orders just in case. But overall, if we zoom out, you can see Solana is doing extremely well. There is one bearish indicator on the weekly chart that we are going to get into later in the video, but as of right now, looking at the daily, it's doing pretty well. Doesn't have really any signs of stopping, and if Bitcoin drops, of course, altcoins will follow, and that's where these support levels come into play. As of right now, I would not be getting into Solana. These are very, very high prices. Once again, just a quick reminder for everyone new to the channel, we were giving you a lot of these support levels back in 2022, and we were targeting between $10 to $8, and we had a very nice move down to that region. We were also targeting anywhere between $18 to $12, and we dipped into that a few times, and once again in June 2023. So if you were following the channel for quite a while and you entered based on those support blocks, congratulations. If you're looking to get in right now, well, maybe you'll get a good 5-6x possibly, but I would not be expecting a 50x or a 20x from Solana. If we're looking at $1,000, let's say, that would be a 550% move to the upside. We'll take a look at some targets to the upside as well on the weekly chart, but as of right now, we are looking this level straight in the eye. This all-time high price of approximately $260, that is our next target. And what we need to do is we need to break above it. We need to have a really, really strong break above it, because otherwise, if we're going to see a rejection, it is possible we're going to see a rejection and then a continuation, but what could end up happening is that a lot of people are going to start selling their Solana at the all-time high prices because they're going to be scared, or they just want to take some profit, or they bought in at the very top during the previous bull market and now they want to empty their bags. So we could see a rejection from there and a move down to, let's say, $120, $30, which is this local top from April 2022. And we could drop even below that. We'll take a look at a fib here. That's going to tell us what the possibilities are. We could even drag it, let's say, to this low here. So you'll have $138 and you'll have a $93 support level based on the fib. So we took this fractal between September 2023 and this potential top that we could have at the previous all-time high. So that's what we're looking for, and if you're going to be entering at the current prices, beware, we might have a drop anytime. There could be some bad news coming out from Jerome Powell tomorrow, for example, regarding the CPI inflation data, and we could see a bit of a sell-off. So just be careful. I would set up some buy limit orders in advance just to be on the safe side, and now I do want to switch to the weekly. And before we continue with the video, I quickly want to mention my Patreon that's linked down below in the description. If you enjoy my content, you want to get more exclusive content, and you want to support me at the same time, definitely feel free to check out the Patreon, because you're going to get a 7-day free access on my Patreon and an instant access to all of my content since October 2021, which is when I started. You'll get access to content like exclusive weekly podcasts, and we're starting to invite guests already. We have 40 plus low cap gem posts. We have a bunch of project reviews. We have a bunch of resources that are going to help you save time and make more money with this upcoming bull market. So this is definitely a great exchange of value for the both of us. And once again, there's a 7-day free trial. Feel free to check it out. You can leave anytime, and let's continue with the video. Taking a look at the weekly chart, you can see we clearly broke above the golden ratio, and now we're breaking above the 0.786 fib. Now this fib is set up from the bottom in January 2023 and the all-time high from November 2021. So it's only a matter of time before we get to the all-time high, and we can potentially see a pullback after that. And if you're looking for a support on the weekly chart, then immediately you have the 786, which is sitting at $125. That would be a nice area for us to retest. Also, you have this high at $141, and I say that because by the time we start correcting, we could have already gone up to the all-time high. From there, we get the correction, and then we land on $141. So I'm just letting you know that this is going to be a nice level for us to backtest, because it also lines up very nicely with this top from, or this bottom rather, from October 2021, when we entered this euphoric stage of the bull market, which in my opinion is still going to be coming. We had a very nice 1, 2, 3 here, 3, 4, and that was a wave 5 for Solana, and we're looking at something similar here. You could say this is a 1 and 2, and this is going to be a major 3. Then we have the wave 4 pullback, and then the wave 5 taking us potentially to, $943. That's the expectation that we have, and as you can see, we're in this wave 3 right now, which is the biggest wave of the entire structure. And your minimal target would be at $600 per the 1.272 Fibonacci retracement. Personally, I would start taking profits somewhere past $300 if I was in the market and I had some Solana, which I don't, full disclosure. So $300, then we can do 320, 370, and so on and so forth until you get to the minimal target. And then you can leave some, let's say 30% of your bag, to ride it to almost $1,000, let's say. But never wait until these perfect round numbers are met. I would just advise trying to set up some sell orders below these prices. So like, let's say you're targeting $500 or $600, I would set the sell limit order at $589 or something along those lines. And of course, goes without saying, the 20 EMA is going to be your optimal entry point on the weekly chart. We still haven't seen a back test since October 2023, which is when we started this massive euphoric move to the upside, this wave 3. So make sure you're targeting the 20 EMA for entries. Now, the bearish thing that I wanted to show you on the weekly chart, if we pull out the RSI, you can see that we have a pretty significant bearish divergence, and that is just me letting you know that we have a bearish signal right now on the weekly chart. So we have a higher high on the price action, and we have a lower high on the RSI. Now, this can be invalidated. For that, we need the RSI to continue pumping, and we need it to break this high. If it can break this high, we're all good. And for that, of course, the price needs to continue pumping. So that would probably end up with us reaching the all-time high at $250. So that way we can invalidate this bearish divergence, and then we would have, the price action would be reflecting the RSI. But it doesn't look like that is happening right now. And if it changes, we'll definitely keep an eye on this, but if it changes, I'll let you know. We're trying to do Solana videos every Monday here on the channel, so stay tuned for more updates. The stochastic is also in the overbought, so this is not where you want to be buying, in my opinion. Not a financial advice, of course, and you can see a lot of volume coming in. So what I would do is I would look at some coins within the Solana ecosystem. Those are probably going to do very well. Some of them have done very well already, But of course, don't go for meme coins. I don't advise you going for meme coins. Not a financial advice, but I don't hold meme coins, and I would avoid all of these meme coins on Solana and meme coins like Shiba or Dogecoin or whatever. But that's it for this video. Let me know if you're still bullish on Solana. Let me know what is your entry price and what are your targets for the bull market. Stay safe and take care.